Alright guys, welcome back to the Daily Drift. You already know what it is, so today I'm taking a look at this baby. I'm trying to figure out exactly what the hell is wrong with it. So today, this thing, we've got one thing after the next going wrong. It seems like every time that we mess with this thing, something is doing what it's not supposed to. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take a look and see if we can figure out what it is. The issue that we've been having with this puppy is that it looks like we got a blown head gasket. If that's the case, well, that sucks. But there's not much I can really do about that. But I'm going to take a few little looks at this thing and see if I can figure out if maybe it's just an air pocket. We're going to try some tricks that I looked up on the internet, so who knows if it's going to work or not, but we're going to give it a shot anyway. So first, let's start by getting the thermostat out. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to loosen this thing up, and I'm going to see if there's any air left in here, or if coolant comes out and spills all over the floor. So let's find out. Got my nifty little drip pan now. So I don't know if that's going to do much, but we'll see. So now I'm going to try to take this off, and hopefully there won't be a lot of fluid coming out. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a tool and I'm going to go take this thing out. So there was definitely an air pocket in there, but it wasn't very much. So we'll see. I'm going to pop that out. Oh yes, so exciting. Okay guys, moment of truth. Any bets as to if there's going to be coolant underneath the thermostat or if it's going to be air? Let's take a look. Okay, there's the thermostat. Here comes the moment. Oh, look at that. Okay. Well, there's definitely no air bubble. Okay, so you can see the coolant is all the way up, basically to where the thermostat is. There's basically no, unless if there's air trapped somewhere in the back somewhere, which doesn't make sense because the engine's angled backwards, so this would be the highest point on the engine. Yeah, that's not ideal. So I guess next we'll go and we'll take our thermostat and we'll go test it. So guys, I'm going to show you how to check your thermostat. You basically take it, boiling water. You can see it's completely closed, there's no opening. So we're going to put it in the water, and then once it starts getting hot enough, it should open up. So let's see what happens. Okay, so now it should be nice and hot. Let's see if it opened up. Ah, there we go. Now you can see inside that it has actually opened. So if you look right there, you can see that it's opened up. So the thermostat is not broken. So that's a good thing and a bad thing. So we'll set it aside to cool off so we can put it back in the car. Well, that was a good and a bad thing. It's kind of a bummer that we can't like rule that as a simple problem. So let's go put this back together. I think I have another idea. Get some of this hardcore wrench in action. Yeah. Okay guys, so bear with me. I know this is kind of crazy and I'm probably beating a dead horse here, but it just bothers me that I saw that happening like that, and I'm thinking that what it is that the reason it was coming out was because this was not creating any pressure. So it wasn't containing all the pressure like what it normally would. Maybe I'm out there, but the way that we'll know is like this. So before, it was overheating, boiling, and it was shooting out of here. So if after I do this process, if this actually works and then it's no longer boiling and coming out of here, and we're maintaining a good temperature, then that means that we probably got all the air out and it's probably fine. I don't know for sure, but that's what we're gonna roll with. So I'm gonna get to it. So here's my wild and crazy setup. So if you look here, you can see that I've got that being the tallest point. It's above everything else. It is supported by some jack stands down there, which are really hard to see, but this should work. For all accounts, this should work. I don't know. So we're gonna do it. We're just gonna send it. Okay, so far so good. It's heating up and it's steaming real bad, but it's doing okay. So we'll see how it does. We'll give it a little bit to get hotter and see what we're looking at. So guys, if I'm right, this thing will start spitting as soon as the thermostat opens. So if this actually fixes the problem, then once the thermostat opens, it gets hot, we shouldn't see anything coming out of the overflow. If that's the case, then we're good. So let's fingers crossed and hope for the best. Making some weird noises. Sounds like something's boiling. Alright, thermostat should be open. So far, so good. It's steaming like crazy, but nothing's shooting out of there yet. Watch this. But if I close it, nothing comes out. Okay guys, I'm back. So it's cooled off enough. When I pull this little lever here, it doesn't squirt anymore. So this cap's rated to 16 pounds, which tells me that the cap is okay. But if this thing fills up with fluid, and if there's too much pressure, if it's getting exhaust gas or compression gas in there, then it would exceed that pressure. So I'm gonna have to find a way to check the pressure that this thing's building up to see if this thing actually works. I don't know if I have anything that'll do that though. But for right now, I'm gonna let it cool down, and then I'm gonna check the level and see if we got any air in there, and then we'll fill it up and do it again. Alright, well guys, unfortunately, it's like super late out now, so it's super dark, so I have to be really quiet. It's still kind of hot, like it's still hot to the touch, but I should be able to open it. Okay, so now we can see kind of where we're at. It looks like it's pretty much full. I don't see too many things in there that shouldn't be, so that's a good sign. So down here, it pretty much sucked all the fluid out. And put it back up into there. So it seems to be working like what it's supposed to. Well guys, that's pretty much all that I'm going to get done with today, mainly because it's late out. I can't start the car anymore because, well, I don't want to piss off my neighbors. The radiator, it's full, you know, it seems to be like we got all of the air out of it. I didn't get a chance to really get it all the way up to temperature to see if it was going to basically spurt out the fluid, because I didn't want to do it without the fan, because I'm not going to be, when I'm driving it, I'm not going to be driving it without a fan, and when the fan's on, it should stay cool. The only time that we ever had an issue is because the temperature got up to 200 degrees, and then it started boiling and spitting all the stuff out. So I got two things I want to do. I want to get a leak down compression tester, and I'm going to basically use that to try to see if we have a compression leak somewhere. So we'll do that in another video and see basically where it's at, if it actually is a blown head gasket. Because I don't want to tear into this thing if I don't have to. But if I have to, it's what we got to do. So if you guys enjoyed this video, smash that like button. If not, dislike it. Y'all know the drill by now. And I'll see y'all in the next one.